Nithyanandam. This is Sri Nithya Tirtharupa. I'd like to share about a very powerful completion experience that I had about a week ago. I was attending the Paramashiva Sena United Ancient Nations training that was happening in Antigua, and it was relatively early in the morning, and Swamiji had requested the sannyasis and adinavasis who were supporting the program to come up and complete. There had been some delay in maintaining the schedule, and so as the sannyasis were completing on the dais, I was finding it hard to concentrate on what on the completion they were doing, and I was getting distracted, and this happened for a while, and then suddenly I realized, I'm not. Why am I not listening to what is happening? And let me pay attention to what is being, what is being said. And when I tuned into what was happening, I heard Swamiji. He interrupted the completion, and he shared that this is a very powerful space of completion, and all of you who authentically complete, you will be able to drop your patterns once and for all, the patterns that you are trying to complete for right now. And literally, the moment I heard those words, I realized that I had dropped a pattern, a very deep pattern, a very subtle pattern that I had not fully acknowledged. And it just spontaneously happened. And the moment it happened, I realized that I have completely dropped this. And I also realized that, I'm radiating a new me right now. And I was actually experiencing that people around me are experiencing this new me without that pattern. That pattern was so subtle, and it represented such a deep STHT on my part. STHT is an abbreviation for self-doubt, self-hatred, and self-denial, where I was clutched with some part of my lower identity, and as a result of that, I was very powerless when this, when I activated this. I would feel not deserving. I would feel not enough. Amounts of self, not feeling worthy. All these, it was hard to categorize it as what exactly, but generally it was making me much less than what I was and basically pulling me down. And so obviously I was so relieved. I had been plagued with this pretty much for, my entire, as far as I can remember. And the following day, I shared this with somebody who I really respected, and he told me that, Tirtharupa, not only I'm so glad that happened to you, but guess what? You can invoke Swamiji anytime in your inner space and simply drop any pattern that you're carrying. So, wow, I suddenly realized that, this was available to me somehow. I'm not sure, was I not aware of that, or did not believe that could happen. So that was one incident that happened that showed me, so much more is possible. And then a few days later, Swamiji asked this question, like, how many of you have been able to drop patterns you've been plagued with your entire life in an instant? And he went on to say that happens when you're in integrity with the master. And I had another click because I realized, as long as I wasn't listening to the completion that was going on, I was out of integrity. But the moment I started listening, when I reestablished that integrity, something that had been, something that had really got me down for so long, simply I was able to release. So just wanted to share this experience and how spontaneously I was able to drop something that was making me powerless for such a long time. Thank you for allowing me to share this. Nithyananda.